Wow, people wey suppose talk true to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Hello there. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. And if you have read the caption of the broadcast so far, you can drop your own comment, contribution under this video from wherever you are watching from, YouTube, Facebook, elsewhere. Thank you so much for joining me. You must have been following the latest news from Imo State, where the Nigerian Army are currently engaging in what they call the show of wheat with the ESN, Eastern Security Network, who gave the Fulani others, Fulani terrorists in their region. We are talking about the Fulani and the killer herdsmen to leave Biafra land, or they will be flushed out. 14 days seems to have come to pass instead of the Fulani killer herdsmen that have been reported killing, raping, maiming, destroying people's lives in the eastern part of Nigeria, same way we are dealing with this in the western part of Nigeria, in Yoruba land. Rather than them leading, it is the Nigerian Army that responded. They have been in Orlu for the past 2 days, and we have managed to capture few of their, capture few of their entrance and few of the show off there. Before now, it was the same Nigerian Army who went to Obigbo in Rivers State last year, between October and November 2020, killed as many people as they could kill, and then kidnapped as many as they could, including women that they took to Abuja, raped them, assaulted them, but they did not charge them for anything. The courtesy call of this kidnapping, of this atrocity that happened in Obigbo, in Rivers State, was at the call of the governor, Nyesom Wike, the little Hitler of Rivers State. Right. They got away with that Same way they tried, and they are nearly succeeding in getting away with the Lekki massacre, where they have been, the military I'm talking about, where they have always been responding, right, with violence and force against the citizens who must have been showing their own displeasure against how the country is being run. So I have now come to the conclusion that the only reason why they continue to pretend that Nigeria has a democracy is because they have the military to back them up, and the political class are comfortable with this ongoing genocidal campaign, massacre campaign, orchestrated and championed by the Nigerian government. Those who comes from the regions where all these attacks are happening, many of them for political exigencies and for their own political gains, they have decided to either keep mute or to be the body of the killers of their own people. Take, for instance, in northern Nigeria, where terrorism is rising and it's becoming a big multi-billion dollars, industry, their governors and their politicians are more comfortable sitting down with terrorists without inviting the military or any of these intelligence gathering or these guys who love Nigeria and they want to keep Nigeria safe and Nigerians safe in Nigeria. But you see, their political class in northern Nigeria are comfortable with the barbarity, with the criminality, with the terrorism that these animals have been unleashing on their region, rather than unleash the same violence on them to push them out. No, you found their politicians in bed with the terrorists, negotiate and even speaking on behalf of these terrorists, conveniently, comfortably, unchallenged by the authority that wants to keep Nigeria safe from criminals. But the moment the young people, the moment the youth, or anybody stands up against all these marauders in any part, you will be met with force of death. From who? From those who love Nigeria and they want to keep Nigeria one, keep Nigeria safe. So you have no democracy. Let's accept that first to start with, okay? And the political class from every region is the culprit in these ongoing genocidal campaigns of the Nigerian government. They say we shouldn't call it a Fulani war. What do you want us to call it? The people who have been attacked can tell you those who attacked them. The victims are out there, unaided, unattended to, abandoned, ignored, unspoken about. And there you are. You will see every of these loudmouth from northern Nigeria defining what a unity should mean. A unity, graveyard peace, where you get killed, raped, and you should not talk about it. Talking about it makes them more angrier than doing the job of keeping you safe. So in northern Nigeria, they are comfortable sitting down with terrorists. They are now telling us to sit down with the same terrorists in other parts of Nigeria if we want peace. They haven't got peace. They have been paying ransom to bandits for years before it became public. They even have a program for them. Terrorists who have killed, kidnapped, ransacked, destroyed. Man, they have a program for them. Ask me what is the program. It is called Operation Safe Corridor. They don't go to jail. They have a safe corridor back to freedom. That's part of the incentives they have been giving to terrorists in northern Nigeria. When the ESN stood up and said, no, we don't have anything to offer. We're not going to give our lands. We're not going to give our women. We're not going to give our lives without a fight. You have to leave. If the political class in the eastern Nigeria are comfortable with the ongoing genocidal campaign of the Nigerian government led by Boko Haram and this short devil, Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, Oshibade, these two guys are leading the most devilish, the most criminal, the most cunning, and the most evil regime you can ever come across. Forget about democracy. That's a mirage. You don't have any of that. And they need the military to keep everybody in check. They dissipate energy going after people who have committed no crime, no single crime, except the crime of asking the Fulani terrorists to leave their forest. So, a news came out just last Sunday, this past Sunday. They kidnapped about 35 people. You saw the video. 35 travelers kidnapped by terrorists that they are calling bandits. And if you noticed as well, these guys think that we are actually going to keep living in their world. They changed terrorists. They changed their names to bandits. And many of us begin to call them bandits. These guys are terrorists with RPGs and so many other sophisticated weapons. And the government feel comfortable sitting and negotiating with them. Then when you hold the flag, you are considered a terrorist. When they asked Laya Muhammad about this, he said, these guys were just advanced armed robbers or special armed robbers. Nigeria government, you would expect them by now to be using that same military air force, searching the forest of Niger State, where they have kidnapped over 300 human beings. But instead of them to go after the terrorists, no, they are in the eastern Nigeria, roaming the forest of Orlu, killing innocent people, arresting some of them. Many of them you will never hear from again. Many of them you will never hear from them again. They are being rounded up right now as we speak. They are being shot at and killed. Some of them, their houses are being burnt down by the Nigerian Army. Come on, guys. Over 300 people are in captivity right now in Niger State. But there is no helicopter, there is no military truck, there is no military personnel, no police. What is going on? And here is my worry. Maiyegun, why are you so worried? Here is my worry. The Eastern Security Network, IPOB, they said, we don't want those who are destroying our farms, killing our women, raping our women, kidnapping our people for ransom. People have been kidnapped and they have paid ransom. They know who they paid the ransom to. You can't tell them not to call the names. The victims know those who took them. But the government is not ready to listen to them. That's the problem. Now, they are saying they should leave. Or we are going to protect ourselves. Everybody is asking, protect yourself, protect yourself. Like this moron said, right? The minister of Boko Haram in Nigeria, the defense minister, defend yourself. Why are you a coward? The Eastern Nigeria said they are not cowards. Eastern Security Network said, we are not cowards. We have young people. If the Nigerian military are not going to protect our farms, protect our people in their villages, if the Nigerian police are not going to do anything, we will protect ourselves. Yes, we will. And they even said, we are ready to die protecting our land. They are not moving. No, ESN is not moving to Jigawa. Eastern Security Network of IPOB, they are not moving to they are not moving to Sokoto. They are not going to Yobe or Taraba or anywhere. They said, we will stand here if the government continue to shield the criminals and they continue to give us conditions for peace. We don't want your conditions. No, we don't. We will fish them out. We will do it free of charge, voluntarily. That's what they did. And the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force, they are patrolling the place now, arresting them, kidnapping those they can kidnap, taking them to different barracks. They will be raping the women. They will be assaulting them, defiling them. You know what that means? These are traumas that people should never be subjected to. Be it Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, Yoruba, whoever you are as a human being, there are some traumas that you should never be subjected to because they are avoidable. But you are being led by an evil regime that doesn't care how you feel. And my fear is this. Yorubas are saying, let us arm ourselves. Let us protect our land. Let us defend our land. Defend our land is a crime in this current government in Nigeria. It is a crime. See, if you are sitting there and by any means, out of ignorance, you think it is the right thing to do for Nigerian Army to send barrage of crooked criminals in uniform with guns to go after those who said, we will protect our land against any of these invaders, that the Nigerian government says, that the Nigerian government is saying that you are a coward if you run away from them. Now, we are not cowards. We will stand here. We will die here. Shouldn't the Nigerian Army be supporting and defending them? Should the Nigerian Air Force fuel their helicopters, their gunships, and move them to those places, those areas, and start bombarding them? Or go after those they told us are not Nigerians, and because they don't want us to criminalize all Fulanis, yeah, they should go after them, send the same army to go after them, bombard them, and save them. But they won't do that. That's not profitable. It is not the agenda. And as a Yoruba man, I am worried. And you should be worried too. You should know that it is now beyond, we need to defend ourselves. The rhetoric is now beyond, we would stand our ground and defend our land. The theory now is, or the reality is, who are you going to be defending your land from? From the invading terrorists that are the ones identified, kidnapping, doing all this manner of crime in your land? Or the Nigerian government that collects your tax, borrow money on your behalf, and also hired people on your behalf as military, pay them, train them, pay them, gave them guns to come and shoot at you for daring to defend yourself. Who are you going to defend yourself against? They are there in the eastern Nigeria right now, killing people. That's what they do, killing people, defending the same criminals that they should be, going after. It is a worry. And if you're a Yoruba man, don't laugh, don't rejoice. Those who are killing the Biafrans and Biafra land, you will see among them Biafrans too. My brothers and sisters know that. That's why I don't feel comfortable when you see Biafrans blaming Yorubas for all of the setback that they have experienced or encountered in the cause of pushing for this liberation of Biafrans, which I'm, 100% positive about. But I'm not comfortable when you think an average Yoruba man, somebody like myself, and maybe so many others like me, who are also victims of the political game of those political scavengers, the political scroungers, the pickpockets from your tribe, from my tribe, the same people who will continue to offer us as the pawn on their political negotiation table. For the first time, we are building or bridging the gap of that miscommunication. You don't blame a Yoruba man who is also under the enslavement, political enslavement of the opportunists called the political leaders in Yoruba land. They were going to sacrifice us too, because we have no say in how this operation DART, sponsored by the Nigerian government on the invitation of the Southeast governors. Don't mix emotion with all things. There is something they say: if you don't learn from history, you will what? You will repeat it. What you should learn from history is that you should never be a prisoner of history. Being a student of history means you should learn from it so that you don't repeat the same thing. Part of what has managed to give so many people today who are flaunting different political statuses all over the place today, Yorubas, Hausas, Igbos, And so many other people from other tribes too, parading themselves as their own tribal champions who speak for their people. But when you look around, you can feel the resentment, the discord, the disconnection, and all of that. So don't blame a Yoruba man for whatever they are doing in the East. If, what do you call it? If that Yoruba man has his way, just same way you as a Biafran, if you have your way today, you will kick out those criminals that are misrepresenting you and take what rightfully belongs to you. And that is what? Biafra. There are average Yorubas too who feel stronger. Same way. But there are also those scroungers, career criminals who call them, who are actually, I refer to them as the local champions who have been profiting from our own miseries, from our own days, tribal rivalry that doesn't really give anybody any power, but take everything away from it. It empowers the criminals themselves. It is on the invitation of the Eastern governors that the Nigerian Army should come in and kill Nnamdi Kanu. It wasn't a Yoruba man who ordered that, right? And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself came out and he said, well, he knew they were going to do that to him. They won't come in. And now that the Eastern Security Network was created, do you know those who are against it? The Eastern politicians too. Because they are those who have the gateway, they are those who have the key to open the door. It is the same thing in Yoruba land. But Yorubas can be a little bit very cautious in a way. That is why we didn't open the door straight away for them to come and kill Sunday Igboho. But I am not ruling it out. The political atmosphere will get it up to the point that if they have to sacrifice us, we'll begin to see soldiers in Yoruba land too. We'll begin to see the Air Force bombarding places in Yoruba land too. That is my worry. Not what that my Biafran brother feels about me. Whatever he feels about me as a Yoruba man, can be right, can be wrong, right? So it's always going to be from where he's looking at me from. But the point is this: they have been fighting, and the fight has been felt and prompted reactions from those who are supposed to protect them and the interest. In Yoruba land right now, probably you barely find any 2 or 3% politicians in Yoruba land who support Oduduwa Republic. According to them right now, Oduduwa Republic is not really so grounded. The campaign for Oduduwa Republic is not so grounded in Yoruba land. So they haven't seen the campaigners as a real threat yet. Like the Igbo governors have seen the threat of IPOB. How grounded the people are involved and then, wanted this Biafra. So I'm not ruling it out. In a year, 6 months, 1 year, so many things will happen that will push many of us who actually still believe in one Nigeria. I'm talking about those of you who are Yorubas now, who believe that something can still be done. Yes, many things will happen that will push you to that point of accepting that, my guy, Nigeria cannot be saved. It is better everybody start putting their heads together and work together and put a strategy together completely. Effective, activate it and get this done. Do you get what I mean? I know many of you watches me and you still believe that, well, it's not bad. The Oduduwa Republic is not bad, but you are not really clear about it. When events begin to take shape, you will begin to find your level and you will begin to understand better that it is a futile effort to save Nigeria at some point. And that is going to threaten the political base in Yoruba land, because you demanding for Oduduwa Republic and the public is indeed rooting for that, that will shake their own political base in Yoruba land. Same way the Eastern governors felt threatened by the rising profile, popularity, and acceptance of IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. So they decided that, well, you can come in and kill him. Kill him. If you kill him, we'll arrest all of his people. They will all go away. It wasn't a Yoruba man who ordered the army to come into Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's kingdom and attack and kill him, or kill anybody there, or still killing people there right now. The Igbo politicians. Take a look at your Hope Uzodinma. They said it's an hopeless Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma is more concerned about the safety of AK-47 wielding Fulani terrorists in Imo State than the life of an Imo citizen, a Biafran that escaped from the hand of terrorists or paid ransom to kidnappers. Is not interested in that. And whoever is saying otherwise is considered an enemy. So they will do all they have to do to what? To sacrifice their people. Let me give you one good example again. In Ogun State, I have given you see Hope Uzodinma, the one that is coordinating the killings of Biafrans right now, in Orlu, using the Nigerian Air Force, using the Nigerian Army, is an Igbo man. He is a Biafran, but today he is benefiting from one Nigeria, so he is a Nigerian. Therefore, he can sacrifice the lives of any Biafran for the time of the enjoyment. By the time he's no longer involved, he's not benefiting anymore, he will come back and say the Igbos have been cheated. We need to fight for Igbo as they have always been doing. Okay, so they sacrifice you when they have to for their own political gain. In Ogun State, Ibikunle Amosun, the former governor of Ogun State, is currently working as the saboteur that is going to sabotage the lives of Ogun State people. He is the former governor. He is 5 and 6 to Abba Kyari, late Abba Kyari, and the breeding money Queen Bokwari. In fact, recently, from investigation, money sent from Ogun State cover directly to Bokwari's bank accounts were disclosed recently, but that is not where I'm taking you. In Ogun State right now, we are facing the same worst situation that people of Ondo State are facing. People of Ibarapa in Oyo State are facing. We are facing worse. Now, ours has even gone worse to the point that these guys are not just kidnapping, killing. They are now going into communities now, setting communities ablaze, burning down, drinking centers, business centers, shops. They go into town in Ogun State. But do you know one thing? The former governor of Ogun State, Ibikunle Amosun, who happened to be, he is now a senator, is back in Abuja. So somehow they played in a Baba Ijebu in 2019. There was this guy, he wanted to make governor, but the guy eventually got changed, and the governor that is there today, who was also his friend, right? From what we have seen so far, the government of Ogun State has given go-ahead to the communities that, you know what, we're going to help you. Protect yourselves, defend your communities, okay? We're going to make sure that the police are coming around and all of that, okay? So right now, in so many communities in Yewa land, you can now see military patrolling, police patrolling, at least giving impression that security is now improving in the area, yeah? The former governor is going to Abuja to tell them in Abuja that Ogun State governor, they are in the same political party, is going to tell them in Abuja that Ogun State governor is sponsoring people, giving weapons to people to kill Fulanis in Ogun State. So when 2023 will come, some of you would have become victims of all this political machination. So if you see military enter Ogun State or Air Force, they start arresting people, don't rule it out. The reason why they haven't done it is because Yorubas are more sophisticated than this. We will not keep quiet. Even when they use all the media to silence people, we always find a means to tell our stories. So that is why they are coming down, because the insecurity issue is a concern to everybody, but they are so shanked, limited to what they would likely do. So they are now playing the both side, okay? But if they realizes that Oduduwa Republic campaign, like Biafra campaign, takes ground in Yoruba land than they expect, my brothers and sisters, you will see soldiers, what they are doing to the ESN right now, what they are doing to Biafrans right now. And that is my worry. You see all these political clowns parading themselves as political, these political criminals, yeah? They will easily tell and say, for peace. That's what they always say, for peace. We need to do something for peace. And their own definition of peace is that you don't have to complain about any crime committed against you by this invading terrorists. Let's go to Imo State. Few things we captured. Okay, if you are from Ogun State and you are watching me right now, I just gave you one good intel. Yeah, and I saw they drop the line. Oh, I will just drop it like a sort. If you are smart enough, you won't just see it as one of the gist. I just gave you an intel of what to look forward to, what is going on behind the scene in Ogun State, in the political circle, how they are going to use this crisis to get many of you killed, withdraw the police, withdraw the military, and expose you to more death. Eventually, just to get him back to power. There are many people who will do the same, but again, I just gave you, and I have many of you who will actually listen to me from the government of Ogun State. Some of you honorable. I just gave you an hint. They are not going to care. And if the killings in Ogun State escalate, it is not because the Ogun State people hate Fulanis. It is not because Ogun State people are violent people. No, it is simply because Ibikunle Amosun will cash in on that. And so many other of his friends in Ogun State, they will cash in on that. And you, who are going to be their supporters, you are going to get caught up in the crossfire. And at the end of the day, maybe our own Borono in Yoruba land will start from Ogun State. When I know more, I'll share more. Let's go to Borono. Let's go to Orlu, where these criminals flying. They are not right now in Kagara. They are not in Kagara in Niger State, where students have been kidnapped. They are not in they are not in the same Niger State forest looking for those kidnapped those travelers kidnapped by bandits with weapons. But they are here in Orlu. Watch.
Hey, Jesus Christ, so Kevin come. Hey! We know the war. We know they fight for. We are not fighting war. What war we fight for? We know they fight war for Orlu. We know they fight war for Orlu. No be war we do. I beg you. We are not on war. Yeah. Now so the food, they plenty for Orlu here.
Orlu, here is another one.
What is happening? Hey, Nigeria.
Helicopter.
We did not see them where those young children, travelers, they have been marching to the forest overnight. They all look so dusty and dirty. We did not see Nigeria Air Force there patrolling and trying to find location of this place. But rather, they have sent Miyetti Allah. They have sent a Zamfara state governor. They have sent other people who are experts in negotiating with terrorists. Maybe they have also sent Gumi to go there and talk to the terrorists on their behalf and how much they want to get paid. But these guys are looking for ESN in eastern Nigeria because they gave 14 days to Fulani terrorists to leave their forest. Do you get that now? So I was telling you about Ibikunle Amosun earlier. If some of you will remember, he is also a terrorist in Barbariga. Do you get that now? Former governor of Ogun State. He's now a senator in Abuja. Okay. Yeah. He is also a terrorist in Agbada. I reported, I reported him for 8 years of his time in government, where I did so many exposés on him. On his last day as governor of Ogun State, you know what he did? After giving weapons to all his thugs, all his touts, right now in Ogun State and beyond, on the last day of his government, when he was to hand over power, he called the commissioner of police of Ogun State and said, please come and see me, Mr. Commissioner. I've got just about a few hours to hand over power, but there's something I need you to know. I didn't tell anybody. I have 1,000 AK-47 and 3 million rounds of live ammunition that I want to give to the police to help the police. I don't want my successor to come in and see this weapon, because he believes that if his successor comes in, who happens to be APC to APCO, if he comes in, he will have access to the armory of Ogun State. So Ogun State, under Ibikunle Amosun, we were running out. He was a gun runner too, and he probably is still a gun runner, using the normal diplomatic channel to smuggle guns in and give those guns to terrorists, the local bandit, our own local bandit, the Yoruba political Oshins in Abeokuta, in Ijebu-Ode, in Shagamu, in Yewa, Ilaro, all these places where they armed all these criminals. On the last day, he called the commissioner and he said, come, I am now a senator. I'm going to Abuja. Take this 1,000 AK-47 guns, automatic rifles. Only God knows how many other thousands for 8 years of these guns are in the hands of their foot soldiers in Ogun State. But they are not going to use it to protect Ogun State. They are going to use it to destroy Ogun State. And you should pay attention to that. Okay? Because what they are going to do is that, they are going to warn those military, probably those ones that are still listening to the governor of Ogun State. I don't really like the governor of Ogun State himself, so well. But we are talking about the security of our people now, and the saboteurs. And we have pretenders, we have saboteurs, and we have the real people who want to get things done. In these categories, only the people in these communities are interested in their own safety. We have the government, which the governor represents, that will actually play a pretender game in order not to offend Abuja, and in order not to offend their people. So they are playing this neutral mind game. Yeah. Then we have the saboteurs that are going to rubbish whatever the pretender is doing or whatever it is. And the saboteur for Ogun State is Ibikunle Amosun. He is a man to watch out for. And very soon, all of you, my people, in in Ketu area, Ilaro, all these areas where we have all these criminals, I'm saying it to you. You will soon stop seeing all these policemen. You will soon stop all this. You will soon stop seeing all these military vehicles that the governor, your governor, promised you, and Orlu of Yewa promised you, and they deliver them. I've had videos where many of you have shown that you have been seeing the military. You have never been seeing them all this while, Abi, but you will soon stop seeing them. Courtesy Ibikunle Amosun. I just said I should hint you because this is my own state. So what is happening in Orlu right now? One day we are going to wake up and they're going to tell you same thing is happening in Ikere, or it is happening in Ogun. The same thing is happening in Yewa. You can wake up anytime and they will tell you the military has occupied our land. And the funniest thing and the sad thing as well is this: when the military comes in, they will now commit even worse crime against the communities and the people. You know what I'm talking about? They are doing the same thing right now. They took 87 women from Obigbo in Rivers State for that 1 week siege that they laid on Obigbo for 1 week, when Wike called them to come and kill Biafrans in Obigbo. After killing as many as they could kill, they kidnapped 87 women and girls, took them to Abuja. Since October, they kept them and they are taking turns on them, raping them, assaulting them, abusing them. And here we are. Nobody in any of this Nigerian circle is actually taking that up as you speak. No, because they are Biafrans, or they are IPOB, or they are accused to be Biafrans. Do you understand that? That is something that I'm maybe worried about, afraid about. Because you see where they beat up people in Yewa the other day, Okeodon. They have done it again. where soldiers went there to beat up people for refusing or rejecting Fulani terrorists grazing on their farms. Something happened there that I captured and I want to share with you.
Ibi gangan ni àwọn Fúlàní táwọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yìnbọn lánàá wọ́n yìnbọn sí everybody ìbọn àwọn ọlọ́pàá onípùpùpùpùpù wọ́n kàn dàrẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ káyìn sọ̀tún kádẹ́ yìí sósì ni so gbàtà ń ṣe yẹn tán wọ́n fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sun ilé ẹ̀bù tẹ́lá wo létí ẹ̀ ń wò yìí ẹ̀rí pé wọ́n ti dáná sun ilé yìí gbogbo ẹrù àìmọye owó ló wà nínú ẹ̀ wọ́n ti sun gbẹ̀ pátápátá gbogbo àwọn lọ́jà inú ẹ̀ náà ń kó gbogbo ẹrù wọn sí ẹ̀rí pé wọ́n ti sun ẹ̀rí iná ló sì ń jóná yìí o ṣe rí ẹ̀jà kéṣẹ̀ ẹtúrí ẹtú náà ṣe ń dó ìbọn iye owó ìtìdánù ẹtúrí ọjà bó ṣe wà yìí mẹ́rin bó ṣe sún wọ́n ti bọ ọjà jẹ́ lọ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà sún èrò ẹlẹ́rù ìgbẹ́ náà ti sún wọ́n já ṣọ́ọ̀bù wọ́n wọlé wọ́n kó gbẹ ẹrù wọn wọ́n á jọ wọ́n yẹ ọtí wọ́n fọ́ dànù fírísà wọ́n sún dànù lẹ́rìí ibi yẹn wọ́n ṣàjì fóònù bí ni o fóònù tán àwọn fóònù ńláńlá tó kó níbàyìí kì í ṣe 50 wọ́n já àwọn wọlé wọ́n kó pẹ̀lú àwọn nǹkan míì tó pọ̀ ńbẹ̀ fẹ́ẹ́ ti rí pé wọ́n ti bà nǹkan jẹ́ ẹ̀rí wọ́n sọ wọ́n yàn di ọlọ́wọ́ asán kò sí wọn kan ẹ ti rí ẹ wò ilé oúnjẹ lẹ́hìn òye o òun ló jóná kalẹ̀ yìí o wọ́n ṣe oúnjẹ síbẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ ẹ̀rí bá ṣe sọ pátákà ló ń sọ ẹ̀rí bá ṣe ba ọjà gbẹ lọ ẹ̀rí iná ló sì ń jó yìí ẹ wo léyìí ní táwọn èèyàn ń gbénú ẹ̀ ẹ̀rí gbẹ̀ náà sún dànù gbẹ̀rù náà tún sún gbẹ̀ dànù ṣé ẹ ti rí ẹ wò ṣe rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ olú agbára jù ní àwọn láti wọn tàkù lọ́jà tó kó síbi òun lọ́wọ́ tún sùn kalẹ̀ lẹ́wọ̀n yẹn o ṣe ti rí ní àwọn láì nìyẹn o torí mọ́tò bíi tírélà ló wá ń pọ̀ lámbí o lójoojúmọ́ o ṣe ti rí. ṣe ti rí àwọn kọ́tà ẹ̀rù ẹ̀ máa ń ṣe lé náà wọ́n ti bàjẹ́ pátápátá ìdí táwọn ilẹ̀ yẹn máa gbé mọ́ wọ́n ti sá lọ wọ́n sá lọ pátápátá lẹ́rìí jẹ́jìrì pàdó yìí ẹ bá yẹ sún àká àgbàdo ńláńlá kì í ṣe tẹ́ náà kọ́ síbí báyìí tẹ́ bá ti wọ̀ kàn yẹn ẹ rí pé lé náà sun ọ̀n sùn dànù pátápátá lọ́hùn yẹn lẹ́rìí bí àwọn àdó ṣe ń jóná jẹ́jìrì láti òru àná àbádó ti ń jóná mẹ́tìrì lẹ́rìí náà fi ń ṣòwò.
I'm sorry if you didn't understand Yoruba. That was a big market, a very big market where Fulani armed herdsmen burnt down. They burnt everything down, everywhere. You saw the video. So the voiceover was just pointing at different shops, what they were doing here. This used to be a phone charger or a phone charging shop. This used to be a food canteen. Here we used to have trailers who come here to pack stuffs, and you know what I mean. They burnt everything down. It is the same modes of operation they have been using as well in southern Kaduna. Watch the second one. I have another one.
On fire. Gbẹ̀nà ti bàjẹ́ pátápátá tí wọ́n ti ba gbogbo nǹkan tá a ní jẹ́ lásà pátápátá báyìí kò sí àwọn èèyàn tó wọn èèyàn ti tún sá lọ tán káàkiri sáré pé kò sí ẹ̀rọ kan mọ́ wọ́n ti sá lọ. Ilé kan náà tó so síbi yìí o àwọn ilé ìsìn epo náà kó sínú ẹ̀ wọ́n ti sún dànù àdìgbò kẹ́gẹ́ epo ṣé ẹ rí gbogbo ilé wọ́n ti sún dànù ẹ wá wo ilé eléyìí o arákùnrin kan náà òun náà yìnbọn fún tọ́pa tọ́wájú sínú ilé sọ́dẹ̀ gun wọn ní ilé iṣẹ́ ti rí iṣẹ́ ògùn ni arákùnrin ṣe à ń pè ní Káyọ̀dé Gbàdàmọ́sí ó tún máa ń roko ẹ̀rí èèyàn ńlá ní ẹ̀rí bó ṣe jóná tó dé eru pátápátá Ọ̀yọ́ state ló ti wá láti ṣe kí ló ti wà ní ilẹ̀ yìí tó ti ń ṣe ọrọ̀ ajé ẹ̀ mẹ́rí kódà àwọn ìyàwó ẹ̀ gan ẹkún náà sùn láyàwó méjì náà fẹ́ ẹkún náà sùn láàárọ̀.
I'm very sorry, that may be disturbing. Okay, so yes, that is the atrocity. People will run away. Everybody will have to run away. People will abandon the village. They will not come back there. Nobody will stay again because if you have seen what they have done and God saved you, like people will say, we thank God that God saved us. Do you understand that? That is in Yoruba land. Ojoba. And the Yoruba politicians are That's how bad it is. Very bad. That you can be a victim. You can be that victim too. It just happens. Then you have to, when you survive, you have to come out and start reading people asking you questions like, are you sure? Are you sure? And you're like, oh, be careful of what you are saying, you know. You have to be careful. Don't cause this, don't cause that. These guys, these people needs to be protected. Who's going to protect them? The Nigerian army is going after anybody who mention Fulani anywhere. You will be treated as a criminal. Nigerian police too. When those ones became bored, they went to timber. Man, Nigeria is finished. I wish I have another way of putting it so that it will probably sound kind of, you know, soothing to you. But I don't know how to put it. Nigeria is finito, finished. Eh? When the police got tired or bored, they decided to go into timber market in Nnewi and they burnt it down. Now you have to go and report to the police that, hello, police. So police came to burn down our market. We want you to investigate. So police will have to investigate themselves. This is Nigeria.
On fire. Timber market in Nnewi, caused by the Nigerian police force. Timber market in Nnewi is on fire. The Nigerian police force set this wood market on fire and ran away. Bombardments oil market, Bombardments on fire as well. This is terrible. This is terrible. What we are passing through here in the zoo called Nigeria. This is terrible. Terrible. Wow, boy. God. This situation here. The situation live here in Nnewi. Bombardments Nnewi is on fire. Timber market Nnewi is on fire. Set ablaze by the Nigerian police force. They set the fire and ran away. It's on fire. Set ablaze by the Nigerian police force. Bombardments oil market, Bombardments on fire as well.
A completely lawless country is Nigeria, starting from those who are leading you. The other day, the news broke. They said the youngest EFCC chairman has been appointed, and when we shook the guy up, we realized that the guy is actually a truck thief. EFCC confiscated about 22. About 22 trucks or so that they confiscated from criminals, according to them. And this guy was in charge. He sold everything, kept the money. That's the guy that is now. Then Magu, you know Magu Luther. Magu arrested him, put him in guard room, sacked him. After that, Magu, who is now living in detention in inside House Old Rock, Magu is removed. They put the person that stole truck, sold them off. They put him in charge of EFCC. And some of you will think, hey, young man is now this. You are, God damn it, man. I'll draw it there. But we have this to tell them. If Nigeria Minister of Defense has this to say, then let's do it. Don't you think?
Is it the responsibility of the military alone? It's the responsibility of everybody to keep alert and find safety when necessary. But we shouldn't be cowards. At times, the banditry will only come with about 3 rounds of ammunition. When they fire shot, everybody runs. In our younger days, we stand to fight any aggression coming to us. I don't know why people are running away from minor things like that. They should stand and let these people know that even the villagers, they have the competence and capability to defend themselves. But our own duty is to ensure no Nigerian is hurt, and we're capable of protecting the integrity of this nation. And we will continue to do it, even though we are so stretched.
That is your Minister of Defense. So he said you are a coward if you hear "pa pa" and you run away. So he is telling you to protect yourself, even though these are brainless idiots, okay, who speak for you. People that you think, oh, they should have brain, they don't. He's also a thief, that guy. They arrested him when he was looting money with Tabasha. They arrested him, put him in jail, and when they released him, he pleaded guilty, returned some money. When Bokwari came back to power, Baba? Bokwari just made him a minister, Abacha rebelled. I'll see you later tonight. If you have the time, join me. We are following the developing story from Orlu. We'll keep the record as usual. We'll know the perpetrators. We'll know all the criminals who gave the order. Like I told you, nothing changes. This military is here to protect the regime. And the regime of this Bokwari, a jihadist regime that is out to kill you. It doesn't care even if you're a Fulani or Hausa. That's the irony of it all. The 97%ers are suffering right now. There are those who are living in the den of kidnappers right now, paying ransom. Yorubas, Hausas, and do all these fools from the east too. The 97%ers, they are those struggling, suffering that Buhari cannot protect. Do you get that now? So, but for those who are standing up, let me be honest to you, eventually they will give in, they will give way, and they will disappear. The Egyptians you see today, right? You will not see them anymore. Keep pushing. The Minister of Defense says it is the right thing to do. When they change Buratai the Butcher, I told you, it's not going to change anything. Buratai the Butcher and co, they are going to become assigned ambassadors to speak for you on your behalf. In any other messed up country, they will send them to, if they ever send them anywhere, other than just to get them immunity from being arrested, when they go ahead to spend their loot, 8 or 5 years loot, as service chiefs of Nigeria. Do you get that now? So they have brought in another set of killers who have always been part of those who have been killing and massacring people everywhere, wearing Nigerian uniform soldiers. So they are the same people in charge. They are now testing their wit in the east. Defend yourself. That's what the minister said. I'll see you later tonight. If you have the time, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you. Good afternoon.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. àní ẹ̀ súnra kí.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kí.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkan ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàbò. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí o. Ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.